Take this as your sign to go all in on yourself.
All in black.
Over 80% of Americans gamble on a yearly basis. Yet how many of these people are willing to gamble on themselves? The truth is that most of these people are willing to go all in on black because they're too scared to pursue the dreams that they have. It's easy to just throw it out on the table and whatever happens, happens, right? But to actually put in the work is where most people get scared off. And so the stats don't lie. Only 10% of adults currently work their dream job. This means that 90% of America, they're just doing some job just to pay the bills. They're not necessarily enjoying it or not enjoying it, but they're only doing this because they have to pay the bills, right? And so that means that every single one of those people had to have that moment where they gave up on their dream. For me, that's probably one of the scariest things that I have to think about. If you watched my video last week, it was called, "What's your biggest fear?" What is your biggest fear? I was asking people what their biggest fears were. For a lot of them, it was spiders, heights, like little tiny things.
Spiders.
Why are you guys so scared of spiders? But one really stood out to me. This guy named Elijah, he pointed out that his biggest fear was the fear of regret. And so if you don't put all your chips on yourself and gamble on the chance that you might succeed, you're gonna be filled with that regret. You're gonna know that you didn't achieve what you really wanted to at the end of the day.
Hey, those are cool tats, man. I mean, what is this one? What's the one right there?
That's my credo. No regrets.
We're raised in a society where school teaches us to rely on someone else to give us the task, what we need to do. You receive your homework assignments from the teacher. They tell you what you need to study for on the test. But how are you gonna know what steps that you need to take to achieve your own dreams? No one's there in your ear telling you, oh, you need to go train today. You need to eat healthy. You need to do this. You need to do that. No one's there. It's all reliant on yourself. And so for me, it took many years to learn how to get past this, how to learn how to do things just based on myself, not relying on a teacher to tell me what to do. It was in 2020 when I decided to start journaling. My dad brought me to Staples and we bought this little notebook and a pen. And so from that point on, I journaled everything I did and all of my thoughts every single day. What this taught me was what I needed to do to achieve my goals. When you're not thinking about it, when you're not consciously spending the time to think about what you need to do, you're not gonna take action. So you have to force that upon yourself by sitting down and writing that. And it's hard because obviously when you start analyzing every point of your life, you realize where all your flaws are. For me, that was the fact that I didn't train outside of team training. Obviously I was a 12-year-old, but still, I didn't have the desire, the motivation to go towards my dream when that's what I really wanted to do deep down in my heart. And so it was probably a month after I started journaling is when I decided that I wanted to start training every single day. And so probably a month after I started journaling is when I decided I needed to train every single day. This was during COVID when there was the lockdowns, and so every single park was closed down, and yet I still went out and trained because when you're forcing yourself to journal and write down, you're writing down every day, I didn't train today. I didn't go to the gym, I didn't eat healthy, and it starts to dig at you. You start to realize that you need to take action. There's no time to slack. You don't want to write that you're a failure every single day. So at the end of the day, there is no time to waste. What I want to leave you with is a task, to go out and buy a journal. Because as silly as it may sound, as a lot of people would think that it's strange or like, oh, only weird people would write in a journal. I don't want to keep a diary. It's not about that. It's not about keeping a diary. It's about setting goals and setting expectations that you need to meet, whether that's short term, medium term, or long term. You have to set goals, and you have to consciously think about those goals every single day so you can make sure that they're actually achieved. Especially for me and for any of you watching that are younger, still teenagers, now is the best time to start. As silly as it might sound, I'm asking you to go buy a journal. And so whether that's today, tomorrow, this week, whenever you're available, go out to your local Staples, Walmart, buy some cheap one. It doesn't have to be fancy. And just start writing in it. Write what your goals are, write about the progress you've made each day towards that goal. And I promise you that going all in on yourself is way better than spending that time just wasting it. For the 80% of Americans that are gambling, they're wasting not only their time, but their money and their mental capacity. So why not just do the same thing, but go in on something that is gonna help you achieve your dreams? Because there's really no time to waste. And so yeah, don't forget the motto, every day forward. Go all in on yourself, every day forward.
All in black.